Hello, ladies and gentlemen, bloody sunshines and chuffing sweethearts. I hope you're chuffing all right. The bloody weather out there today, it's absolutely chuffing delicious. Get yourself out there, get basking in that bloody sun, like a chuffing oversized bloody bunch of bloody walruses. Let's get bloody out there, get amongst it, you get amongst them chuffing rays. Get some vitamin D down here. I'm not on about Sunny D. I'm not on about that drink that were producing chuffing 90s. That had about 96 spoonfuls of bloody sugar in every flavour. Meant to be a kid's thing. Not the chuffing, seafood rotting out, the chuffing. Made Coke look like bloody amateur time when it came to sugar. On about vitamin D. Get out there, get some. Get rid of that condition that they call, I think it's called SAD, which is to do with your chuffing deficiency in the winter. A lack of vitamin D in your chuffing bone matter, you know what I mean? Right, I'd like to, first and foremost, on a serious note, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to do a big apology. An heartfelt apology to chuffing. I don't know if you've seen it. Saturday night, we had a big Rob-on show. And we did a Jack Daniels versus chuffing Jim Beam chuffing tasting. And I'd like to do a big, sorrowful, heartfelt apology to chuffing Big Rob's bloody liver and kidneys. Because the day after, went to a chuffing birthday party, Rob was there. His chuffing guts were churning, his chuffing head were churning, he was flaming dizzy, he was white as a chuffing sheet. He had a full English breakfast, he nearly chuffing bathed that up at one point, so sorry Rob. Next time, we'll have the measures slightly smaller. Not much smaller, but slightly smaller. Just before we go into this whiskey review, because we're doing a big old chuffing miniature series. Before we go into that, me and Charlotte were just talking this chuffing morning. And we're starting to think, I don't know how you feel about this, ladies and gentlemen, but we're starting to think that almost sometimes there's either somebody or something or some kind of chuffing demonic chuffing presence that follows you around. And it takes very, very careful consideration and note of what you really like. And as soon as it finds out that you really, really like something, it does everything in its chuffing power to bloody disrupt and bloody cowtail it. Anytime you're into a TV series, absolutely gripping, nail biting, can't wait for the next bloody episode. You get 2 or 3 seasons in, they pull chuffing plug on it. Oh, it had one less viewer than chuffing last season, or it's costing us too much bloody money, or something like this. You know, Marmite peanut chuffing butter, prime example. That came out, I chuffing loved it. My dad loved it. My mate for a work chuffing Mark Navy guy, he loved it. Pull chuffing plug on that. I've tried doing it myself. I tried to get peanut butter and Marmite and chuffing mixing it. Said, don't say same, chuffing delicious. And they put flaming plug on it. It's like somebody's following you around. As soon as they find out what you like, whiskey will be next. You'll be going to all shops, all bloody supermarkets, all distilleries will be bloody calling now because they know I like it so much. I've been chuffing, and that bloody water that I drank overnight. We're halfway through his whiskey tasting. I like to cleanse my palate. Me and Rob cleanse his palate with this water at it chuffing tap. It tasted like it had been strained through a chuffing sumo wrestler's chuffing hairy armpit. And that bloody funny like hairstyle that they've got on top with all chuffing gel. It tastes like it'd been strained through. That's bloody disgusting. Right, to serious matters now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do a little whiskey tasting. Big Al miniature series. Chuffing CHIVAS Regal 12. Now this was originally produced with the kind of moniker or the caption, a blend for grown-ups. A serious blend to be taken serious, but drunk by grown-ups, not chuffing children. I mean, children shouldn't be drinking any kind of whiskey. You've got to be 18 to drink it anyway, so all whiskey's for grown-ups, end of the day. But they were trying to sell it as a bit more sophisticated. Now, I've wrote a few little bits and bobs down. This is the 12-year-old blended whiskey. It's blended using a process called triple blending. The master distiller, he selects appropriate malt whiskies and blends them. And then he or she then does the same with the appropriate single grain whiskies and blends them together. And then finally, the vatted malts and the vatted grains are then combined together to produce one tantalising, harmonious thing of sheer devastating stuff and beauty. It's 40% ABV. And now the experts, it's not me who's going to say this, but the experts are basically saying that on the old chonk, on the beak, creamy porridge, lemon, citrus, banana, bloody banana again. We're not chuffing banana overnight with Jack Daniels, bloody King Kong bloody brew. Vanilla toffee, pencil shavings. What are you talking about? I can't remember it. When I used to use pencils a lot, when I was at like junior school or secondary school, I never ever sharpened a pencil, looked at them shavings and thought, I tell you what, next time I make myself a chuffing alcoholic beverage, I'm shoving them in. What is going on here? And then it says also, aniseed Vimto lollies. Oh, Charlie might like this. On the pallet, banana fritters again. Malt barley, creamy vanilla, chuffy custard, hazelnuts and bloody caramel, allspice and chuffy black pepper. And then on the finish, malted cereals, caramel sweetness, black pepper spice. Now, very, very quick story before we chuffing crack this little chuffing, delicious little chuffing beverage open. My old mate Chuffy Dino, mentioned him on previous stories. He came with Cafe Rouge where he got food poison, I nearly got food poison and all that stuff. Well, my old mate Dino, I remember one time we went into Chuffing Borsley. We went into Chuffing Crown, which is quite an high-end chuffing establishment in Borsley, you know what I mean? And we walked in there, and it was definitely a Chivas Regal. It weren't the 12. It was either like the 15 or the 18 or the chuffing 21 or something. And this bloody, we were both single at the time. This chuffing crumpet over there, I think he was trying to impress him. And he goes up and he says, right loud, he says, hello, dear bloody bartender. Can I have a double Chivas, let's say what chuffing 18. Can I have a double chuffing Chivas Regal 18, please, if you don't mind, dim boy? And bartender says, no problem, so he gets chuffing bottle down. Oh, crumpet's chuffing looking over, smiling at him. Takes the lid off, pours it in, double, passes it, and he says, that'd be £42. Dino is staggering like this. And he went, red quiet, and he went, any chance you can put it back in ball, mate? I think he ended up with chuffing gin and tonic or something, you know what I mean? But it just shows you, don't try and bloody impress. Get a chuff. If you can't afford a Chivas Regal bloody double 21-year-old, get yourself some chuffing bells down. You still get chuffing pissed. Right, so let's crack her up and get a chuffing poured in. And we'll see what happens with this bloody Chivas Regal chuffing blended for chuffing adults 12-year-old. There we go. Little sniff, do you? Probably coloured. You might not be though, because they're using good produce to make these. So it's 12-year-old. Maybe not. There's a good chance that's natural colour. It's nice colour. Very archetypal, golden, amber gold type colour to it. Not too light, not too dark, but it doesn't look like with that cheap supermarket one I did over way. I can't remember the name of it now, but that 3-year-old one. And you could tell that they'd put all sorts of bloody gobshite in that chuffing thing. Right, left nostril, right nostril, chin, left nipple, right nipple, belly button. Hey, let's bloody get involved. Let's see what we can chuffing get on chuffing bee. Let's see if we can smell all that bloody creamy porridge and bloody lemon citrus and bloody pencil shavers and all that chuffing shite. Sorry. It's a nice smell. It's not very fiery. It's not the kind of thing that's going to make you like sneeze or wince or your eyes water or anything like that. It's very tempered. It's very well kind of amalgamated together on the nose. I can smell what I would presume to be some sherry influence in there. I couldn't be an expert, but I can smell like a kind of winey kind of sherry thing. Quite sweet. It's definitely creamy. It's got that kind of creamy kind of soft kind of smell to it. It's nice. There's something in the background, I can't quite just put my finger on it. I just haven't got the words or the way of expressing, but there's something in the background that's quite interesting. I smelt it before, but yeah, creamy. Definitely creamy. What they say around, they're saying, oh, pallet banana fritters and malt boiling. Right, we'll have a go ourselves. We'll see what my bloody amateur evaluation comes up with. Cheers. It's got a lovely finish. And it's a smooth transition. It's not spiky. It's very well put. It's very pleasing. That it's a session whiskey, that one. But you could have, you'd quite happily have 2 or 3. But I think it would get better and better each time you supped it. But there's nothing that makes you wince. There's nothing that kind of, like I say, is spiky and detracts from it. It's all very, very harmonious, very, very well put together. This is the kind of whiskey that I think you would put, if somebody weren't really a whiskey drinker and you were trying to kind of maybe convince them that they should be, you'd maybe give them something like this, because it's got enough of everything without it being too stuffy much. It's an easy drinking, but tasty, well put together, mature little number. It's produced by people that know what they're doing. I don't know how consistent it is. I would presume it'd be very consistent. It'd be interesting. I think for the bottle of this, you're looking at about maybe 28 quid or something like that. So it's certainly not silly money. And it's better than a lot of malt whiskies I've had. It's quite nicer than a lot of them. It would be interesting, actually, ladies and gentlemen, to maybe try the 15 and the 18 and the 21, depending on how much they cost. You know, especially if they do like a kind of small range. Or, just bear with me 1 second. I'm going to make chuffy. You're going to see my little chuffing ass disappear out there. But stick around. Don't go anywhere, because I want to show you actually where I got this bottle from. Just like a brief little thing, and I'm going to let you enjoy your chuffing days. You know what I mean? Don't go away. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the box that this little number came out of, and you can still buy these. This belonged to my dad. Unfortunately, he passed, bless him, and it's come to me, and I've not used it yet, apart from this little bottle. Inside, you get a pipette. You get this little bottle that I've just been supping. You get like a CHIVAS Regal, like kind of blending vessel. And then you get all these different kinds of, I don't know if you can see them, but you get all these different kinds of bottles. They're all full. And you also get another bottle that I took out because I've been, a mate at work, I've been giving him like kind of samples of whiskey, and I've been using that. But what you do, this one is floral. This one's fruity. This one is citrus. This one is cream, and this one is smoking. It's all the different elements, so they are in essence of that kind of nature. And what you're meant to do is make your own blend. The one thing it does say is with the smoky one, treat it with a little bit of reverence, care and consideration, because it is quite powerful. But I've had one of these before, and I've quickly realised that I'm quite good at drinking whiskey, but I'm chuffing shite at blending it, because all my chuffing blend is chuffing horrible, you know what I mean? All right, if you throw like half a litre of chuffing coke over the top. But that well worth buying, ladies and gentlemen. A thing of beauty. Right, I'll have one last little bloody sip of this. We'll have this last little evaluation, and then I'll leave you to it, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good chuffing day. Smooth, with a very, very pleasant, quite long-lasting aftertaste, is how I'd describe that. I can't imagine any whiskey drinker anywhere in the world that wouldn't like it. They might not love it, they might not be in love with it, but you cannot say that's not good whiskey, because it is good whiskey. So if you want something that's not too ridiculously challenging, I can imagine that summer's evening, sat outside in sunshine, you've had a very, very pleasing, very pleasurable, relaxing day, and you just want one last little chuffing tot of whiskey before you go in, but hunker down at house for chuffing night. Get your tennis chuffing CHIVAS Regal 12. Hey, salute. See you bloody later, ladies and gentlemen. Sunshines and sweethearts. See you now.